What is up, guys? Bisectatron here from One Hive Gazette, and welcome to the next week of Beat This Base live. We are finally going, have a solid hour. You guys know the drill. This is our third week, so you should know how it works, but if not, top right corner of the screen has the basic instructions. We're going to try to get as many people in as we can. The clan is the exact same name here, but it was deleted and recreated, so you shouldn't have any problems requesting to join, other than the fact that you may not be able to request if there's too many pending requests to join. So it's first come, first serve. Already have a lot of people that have requested to join here. We will get through as many as we can and try to balance it out, Town Hall 9 and Town Hall 10 more or less. So anyway, hopefully you guys can hear me okay, and we can go ahead and let me actually change the microphone settings right there. Okay, I think we're good to go here. As you guys know, Town Hall 9s and Town Hall 10s only, and you cannot copy an attack of a previous victor. Just a quick recap, you can see there on the right hand side of the screen you have the previous victors rolling through. We had our first Town Hall 10 3-star, which was awesome, and we had a few more Town Hall 9s added. I think we're at like 7 total, maybe 8 total Town Hall 9s there. So we're just waiting to get more each week, and maybe even add some Town Hall 10s. But that all being said, our first applicant, I guess you could say, is a Town Hall 9. This is iPhase Replay, and I think he might already be on the leaderboard, so I'm not sure what will happen if he gets on it twice. But let's go ahead and accept him and see if he can 3-star the base. We're going to be doing 1 attack, 2 if it's promising, but all you are guaranteed is 1 attack upon being accepted. Okay, let's go ahead and get the base up. Looks like the base is right there, don't even have to do anything, and we'll give him a moment or two to get on and go ahead and attack it. So yeah, looks like we have maybe a few Town Hall 10s mixed in, and it seems as soon as I accept someone, the next person requests to join, so it's going to be tough, but if you request, right after the next person has been accepted, you have a good chance of getting your request there and then being able to join a little bit later. So let's go ahead and see what he has cooked up. This base, I think, is pretty solid. I do my best to make a good Town Hall 9 base because it's so hard if I'm showing the traps too, which I kind of have to be fair to all the attackers. When I put the traps out on Twitter, it's very hard to make a Town Hall 9 base that, with everything known, including the CC troops and all that, it's difficult to make a base that can successfully defend. So right here, not sure if he needed the rage. It might have been close. Level 30 king can be tough, so goes ahead and rages up the queen. Looks like he's going to kind of queen charge, which I thought might be something people would try on this base, and then use a suicide king to take out the defensive queen, which looks like that will work out here. He will go inside the base, so he's getting probably everything he wants. The queen's going to go down. The queen walks looking pretty good. Or did he miss the queen? He actually missed the defensive queen. This one's probably going to be a fail just because of that. He doesn't have any other troops besides a few wizards that could possibly take out the defensive queen there. So we'll see how it goes, but I think the hogs are going to have trouble getting through if the queen is still alive. Looks like poison on the CC. I think it's a pretty good plan. The queen can get another 3-4 defenses right here on her walk, and then the hogs should be able to have a good chance of getting the rest of the base if the queen is down. But with the queen still alive, he can drop the poison on her. We'll see how it works out here. Sending the hogs through. Doesn't need to heal them yet, although they are taking some damage from the Expo and the Skelly traps. The queen also locked on. I think these hogs are going to get picked off a little too quickly, and we'll go ahead and give him another try. Admire the effort and the attack, but I just don't think this one can go, and doesn't look like his queen's going to be able to take out the defensive queen anytime soon. Or actually, she is no longer in range of the hogs, so this might be something. Although I'm not sure his hogs will get through the rest of the base. So he goes ahead and ends the attack, which probably was the right thing to do. I always encourage people to end the attack if it doesn't look like it's going to 3-star, so they can get a second try at the base and it takes less time. If you are unable to join, it's because there's too many people that have already requested, so you have to wait for me to accept people, and as soon as I accept someone, another spot to request to join opens up. So it's kind of difficult to get your request in there because so many people try to, but as we go farther through, more people will be able to request to join as we accept people into the clan. Second attack here, I'm not sure what he's going to do differently. The king has already been dropped. Okay, dropped the king a lot earlier than before, trying to get him in quicker. It's only a level 23 queen, or a level 23 king, I mean. So it's going to be difficult for the king to take out a level 30 queen on his own. Goes ahead and uses the ability. That giant bomb kills all the barbarians. That's been the problem both times. We'll give him one more shot here, just because he ended it so quickly. Looks like, yeah, that's very unfortunate the way that's been working out, but I want to see this plan at its full potential if it can actually work. So last shot here, he needs to get the defensive queen taken out with his king. I would have used like a Valk or something, because I don't think he even needs all those hogs that he's bringing. If the queen walk goes well, and if he takes out the defensive queen, I think not as many hogs are even needed. So let's see what he does this time. Same walk. Looks like he's probably going for the same queen, suicide king for the queen, but we'll see how it works out this time. Alright, so the queen steps up. Same exact walk here. This one we know is a pretty good walk, and still hasn't dropped anything on the right side of the screen there. We'll see what he does. Yeah, I don't know, because that giant bomb is right by the queen altar, and that kills all the barbarians that were spawned by the king's ability. Makes it very difficult to take out the queen with just the king. He's going to use the poison on the queen here. Once again, I don't think he's going to get it unless that wizard does. Okay, he got the defensive queen taken out finally this time. We'll see if this plan could have worked, because this is as good as it's going to get. For those of you just joining, a message that you guys should know, I deleted the clan and recreated it, so you should have no problems requesting to join. Don't try to add me as a friend, because that's not a way I'll be inviting people into the clan. You have to request to join like everyone else, and each week I delete the clan and recreate it, so there's no issues with people that have been kicked out from the previous week. Okay, so this first attacker is going to wrap up his last attack here, and hogs are going in. The deployment looks pretty good. Sending them in a few different groups here. Those hogs over by the Tesla are going to get killed pretty quickly with the giant bomb there, so they're not going to go very far because he doesn't heal them. Does heal up the main group though, which is moving through. Looks like they kind of dodged the spring trap, which is good. They did hit another spring trap there. I think there are quite a few springs on this side of the base. Plus, there's still like one or two giant bombs left up, which I think might be an issue for these hogs. They have to go all the way over there, hit the giant bomb, then go all the way back. I don't think this one's going to be a 3-star. Doesn't have enough heals. The hog deployment was a little weird. A difficult base to hog for sure, and that will do it. We'll go ahead and give him a kick. I think he actually has been a successful attacker in one of the previous weeks. His name looks familiar. You can see on the right side it might kind of filter through. But we'll go ahead and kick him out maybe next week. Let's kick him out. It looks like he already left. And move on. We'll keep going in order to XDD. And I think, believe it or not, this guy has already 3-starred a base in the past as well. So it looks like some of the first people to try to get back are already achieved victors, but I will give them a chance to try to get maybe an asterisk next to their name, like a little 2 or something. Town Hall 9, almost forgot to post the base. Okay, there's the base. We'll give them 1 to 2 tries. As you guys can see, as soon as I accept someone, someone else requests to join, so you have to be really quick, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's the only way this system works. Is as soon as someone is accepted, then someone else requests to join, and that takes up the only available pending request. A good question. Will there be a Town Hall 11? Maybe sometime in the future. It would require me to build a base, and that's another base I'd have to make on my own, and another account I'd have to have access to, and another account I'd have to be able to switch between during the stream. So it would require a little bit, but potentially there might be a Town Hall 11 somewhere down the road. But for right now, Town Hall 9, Town Hall 10, because that's what most of my viewers are anyway. Okay, so this one is, he's doing a Queen Charge Laloon, 18 minions. It's that, I think it's called like a TDH or something, named after whoever came up with the idea. But the idea is to just do a very long queen walk and then a short Laloon that takes out the rest of the base in like a minute. So the queen walk takes a ton of time, but with 18 minions, you try to clean up as quickly as possible. So I look forward to seeing how this one's going to work out. Drops down the king and to tank for the wall breakers. I made a video, as you guys may have seen, on how to use the king. I also have a video coming out on the Falcon attack strategy. That's like the mass Valks for Town Hall 10. I'll get that out at some point as well. But anyway, heroes are going into the base, both of them actually, so we'll see if that has any impact. He got the queen taken out. He's about to get the CC troops. I don't think he's going to get many air defenses, but he does have 2 Lava Hounds to tank, and there's not a whole lot of defenses besides the air defenses that can hurt those balloons, especially because a lot of the air traps were over on the right side of the base that he's currently getting taken out with this queen charge. I like the CC healers. Those keep the queen up much more effectively than the regular level 4 healers, and I guess you have to choose between a Lava Hound and healers, so he chose the healers, which is a solid choice. These air defenses, the pathing isn't great into them, so he might not get the base taken out because these air defenses are pretty far from these balloons, and there's the air sweeper kind of guarding this area. So this one's going to be a fail, I'd say, unless the queen charge can get through more of the base. He has all these minions that have been dropped, but the air defenses can take them down. Yep, goes ahead and ends the attack. We'll give him another try. But right there, the Laloon didn't look too great. The queen charge looked good, but it kind of fell apart when all 4 of those air defenses were still left up. So we will take a look at this next attack. For those of you just joining, the instructions are in the top right of the screen, and you can request to join an attack 1 to 2 times, depending. If it's full, it's because there's too many people that have applied, and you have to wait for the people to be accepted into the clan. We'll probably go to about 7 exactly. I try to keep it exactly an hour long, so there's going to be plenty of time for more attackers. Try to get through as many people as we can, but there's always people that will end up having to wait till a later week. So doing the same queen charge here. I'm going to get 2 Teslas, which is a nice bonus on these queen charges, because the Teslas really don't do much to the queen, because they are only locked onto her for a very brief period of time before she takes them out, because their range is so small. So it's pretty much almost negligible, assuming she doesn't lock onto a storage or something while the Tesla gets on her, but that's pretty unlikely. So once again, the king with some wizards and the wall breakers. No need for a test wall breaker, there's no traps there. He might be having a wall breaker fail. He needs to get these remaining wall breakers into the base, and there it is. Last wall breaker opens it up. I'm not sure if he wants the king to go into the base or not. Probably doesn't matter a whole lot, but I guess he can kind of help tank for a little while. The only issue is sometimes the healers will switch on to the king, which can mess things up, but I think this is still looking pretty good. The queen's being healed up, everything's in the poison. Down to 1:30, but like I said, time's not a huge issue because of all these minions that he has. The witch finally dies. That was kind of close there. So the queen will step up and start to encounter more of these defenses here. Once again, we'll see if he can get through the rest of the base here. He's coming from the bottom this time, which is interesting. The only issue is there's 4 air defenses left up, all 4 of them, and he only has 2 Lava Hounds. So it's going to depend on how quickly he can get to these air defenses. And once again, the balloon pathing is just not quite what it needs to be. This one, I think, is just too difficult to Laloon with all 4 of those air defenses, plus the Expo Wizard Tower towards the bottom there. So it's going to be a fail. Yeah, that's going to be a fail. Nice try. we are going to end things here for the sake of time and to let other attackers have a try. Go ahead and back out and wait for this one to wrap up, and then we will accept the next attacker here. Go ahead and kick him out. Good try, but he's not going to get that second 3-star he was hoping for. Let's see, who are we accepting next? Looks like Milan. And as soon as I accept someone, I know someone's going to request to join, because that's how quickly people are trying. Okay, so he's a Town Hall 9. We will go ahead and accept him and get the Town Hall 9 base back up. Okay, that's the base. We'll give him 1 to 2 shots, and then we'll move on. I think we have a few Town Hall 10s pending. If you are a Town Hall 10, it's a good thing to say in your request to join, because as we get later into the stream, I tend to prioritize Town Hall 10s, since those are often in the minority for who's attacking. But yeah, we'll wait for Milan to get things going here, and hopefully we can get someone onto the leaderboard. Still a blank leaderboard there for Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 9, so we'll have to just kind of hope that someone can take out this base. I'm confident someone will get the Town Hall 9 base. The Town Hall 10 one is hard, and I'm not sure, is Milan going to attack? We'll ask if he's here. Don't want to waste too much time waiting for him to attack with so many people having requested to join. But if he was watching the stream, we'll give him a moment to switch over into Clash of Clans. If you're unable to request to join, as I always say, it's because, maybe I should put this somewhere on the screen so I don't have to keep saying it, it's because there's too many pending join requests, and you have to wait for me to accept people, and then you can apply again. So anyway, this one is going to be a Queen Walk Hog attack. Going to drop down a baby dragon for the funneling. And actually, this is a very kill squad heavy attack. Has 2 golems. Looks like he's going to try to get everything right in here is my guess, and try to jump in this area, having the queen meet up with the kill squad. So golem down to tank. He'll get the defensive king, which is always good value on these hog attacks. And the queen should meet up here. This golem might not have been necessary, but I think it's okay. It'll still tank. Hopefully the CC troops will lock onto it. Giant Bomb didn't hit any of the bowlers, which is good, and he might even get this cannon right here, which is very good value. I like the setup of this attack. I think it's a solid plan. Only requires 1 jump, which is very nice, and allows him to have up to 2 heals for the hogs, though he might heal the kill squad right here. I'm not sure. He does have a few healers on the kill squad already, so we'll see what he does. The queen still up, but she should go down. This Expo going down, which is a good thing for the hogs. And then here come the hogs. Those golemites still getting tanking. That's great value from those golemites. Heals over all those mini bombs there, and looking very good with 1 more heal spell left, which he can probably use over the giant bomb up over here. Doesn't have a ton of hogs, but still has bowlers and the queen with healers on her. Giant Bomb's going to go off and probably kill those hogs, which it does, but he still has the heal and a few hogs. Good heal. I think he should get this. Plenty of time. Looks like we have our first 3-star attacker, so awesome stuff to Milan. Great job. We will add him to the leaderboard over here. A relatively easy name to type, fortunately for me. Looks like that worked out fine, and yeah, good stuff. Let's go ahead and get the next attacker in then, because this one only needed 1 attack to 3-star, so awesome attack. Alright, we'll back out, and we will kick him out, but nice attack for sure to Milan. Oh, it looks like he already left. Okay, cool. Next attacker is Samir, probably. Yep, Town Hall 9. And then we'll get to a Town Hall 10 afterwards, which would be Jacob. Once again, I apologize for how competitive it is to try to request to join, because I know people must be pressing request as fast as they can as soon as I accept the next person, and there's nothing I can really do about that. It's kind of how it works. You can only have so many pending join requests in a clan. So nothing I can really do about that unless I want to make it a lot more regulated, which would take a lot of work. So for now, this might be the best system to do. This one's going to be a Queen Charge La Lune attack, and it's somewhat similar to the last attack that used the Queen Walk up here in terms of the army composition, although I think coming at the other side might be a good idea because he can get these air defenses taken out, at least like 2 or 3 of them, which is decent value. And he'll have to somehow get the queen taken out. He might use the same suicide king that we saw in a previous attack. That was a hog attack. Okay, no, he's going to use the king on this side of the base. So this must be a very big queen charge then, because I assume he's going to take out the queen. He doesn't have a skeleton spell. Yeah, so anyway, the king's getting a great funnel at the bottom though, with the baby dragon and the wizards. Go ahead and drop in these wall breakers to open up this wall. He had to use the rage and the ability there because the queen was getting very low, but at least she's still alive. That's the important thing, and he might get this wall opened up depending on how these wall breakers path. They kind of went crazy on him. Doesn't get the wall open. The queen is shooting it, but this is going to take a lot of time, and even after she gets through the wall, he still can't reach the defensive queen. So I don't think this is... I think the plan is decent, but okay, almost got that next wall, but you need 2 wall breakers there for that to work. Had this wall been open, I think the queen would go up and engage the defensive queen here. Oh, she's going all the way around to this expo. This is actually probably a good thing. Gonna pop the ability, or doesn't have the ability. Needs to use that rage. Is she gonna get the queen? Boom. Okay, so he got the value, but there's only a minute left here. He's deploying like balloons on both sides, it looks like. Has the haste down. I think this is gonna easily 3-star their base. It's just about time. I guess easily 3-star. It with enough time it could, but it's just a matter of time. Doesn't have any spells really for these balloons here, although there's just not a whole lot of defenses left up. This last wizard tower. Neither of these lava hounds is going to pop. I mean, he only really needed 1 lava hound probably. And this one's going to be close on time. Has a minion left. Has the queen up, still working. I think he might get this. Ooh, it's going to be very, very close. I'm not sure what buildings won't go down, because the queen's going to get that. All of these will go down. It might just be this gold storage right here, like one of these buildings. I think these minions can get this stuff in enough time. The queen's on a wall. I don't think probably all 3 of these buildings are still going to be up. So a nice try. We will give him 1 more shot. I know it's a little bit of a time issue, because these are pretty long attacks, but it was so close the first time. Got to give him that second shot. He can adjust the army composition as he needs to. And then after that, we'll get on to our first Town Hall 10 attacker. All right, he's already back live. Looks like the same army composition. We'll see what he's going to do differently here. The main thing is he needs to get the queen taken out sooner so we can start that La Lune with more time remaining. I would have gone down to only 1 Lava Hound, especially if he has a max Lava Hound in the CC. I think that would be ideal. That way he can bring more minions for cleanup or something to help this queen charge go faster. And would you believe that he's doing a queen charge on the opposite side of the base here? I thought the plan was pretty solid, but I guess he doesn't trust the wall breakers or just doesn't want to try that plan again. So completely mixing things up here, doing a queen charge on the other side of the base. We have not seen a queen charge like this yet. Those healers barely getting in the rage, but they do. So that's good. The queen definitely going to go the correct way. Weird wall breaker pathing because of that stretch of walls right there, but this wall will get opened up, it looks like. The king will help create the funnel, so this looks like it's going to get what he wants, but the same issue as one of the attackers a few back. It might have even been the first attacker. I can't remember now. But he did a queen charge over on this side, and the main issue was that none of the air defenses were going down, and 2 lava hounds cannot get through all 4 air defenses, especially with not many spells to help them. So that might be another issue with this attack. It's going to be difficult to get any one of these 4 air defenses taken out. CC Troops still alive. That Witch is going to be a huge hassle. Looks like he tried to sprinkle in a minion to help take it out, but that Witch is not going down, refusing to go down. Level 3 Witches are tough. Finally, right there, it drops before it can spawn any more skeletons. Throwing in all his wall breakers, he'll get this wall opened up. So I think he will get this air defense taken out eventually, but he has to start this Laloon soon because he's down to a minute 20, and we don't want the same problem that happened last time. The only possible benefit of all this is that these Lava Hounds probably will pop, considering there's still 3 air defenses left up, which is a good thing because those Lava Pups can help with cleanup. So the minions are down, 50% of the base is taken out, has a minute left or so. Balloon pathing isn't great, but I think he has plenty of balloons. 2 Lava Hounds still left up, and I think one, if not both of them, should explode. Boom. Right there, very favorable Laloon pops. I think this base is going to be 3-starred. I don't see anything. These minions, I think, should get all of that taken out. And he has a rage left over anyway, which I guess he could rage up the minions hypothetically, but I don't think he's going to need to. This is going to be a 3-star. It is Samir, and yeah, I think it's pretty much safe to give him the 3-star. I don't appreciate the swag spell, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it. So we will put, oh, spelled that wrong. We will put Samir on the leaderboard and move on to our first Town Hall 10 attacker. But first, nice attack to Samir, and he will be a legend on the previous victors board for the future that you guys can see. But I'm not a rapper. Okay. Cringe warning. So anyway, let's go ahead and accept, where is he? Jacob into the clan. And right like that, our next request is going. We're about halfway through the stream here. So if you're still looking to get in, there's plenty of time, but like I said, it's very competitive, and all I can do is wish you guys luck in trying to request to join. Okay, so let me get my Town Hall 10 account up. Sorry for this, it's on another device, so I gotta pull that up and get the base posted. A little bit of a delay here, wasn't quite on my game and ready. So this is the base, I believe. Yeah, it's this one. Okay, base has been posted by my main account, and let's watch this attack live. I think this is a pretty solid base. Maybe not the best. I didn't spend as much time as I usually do, and I tried up a different style that I might not otherwise use. But I want to see how people are going to deal with this. I don't want the Town Hall 10 base to be ridiculously hard, especially, I didn't see this, he has level 17 heroes. That is going to be very difficult to 3-star this base with. I wish him all the best of luck here, but I have seen maybe a few bases with level 30 heroes 3-starred, like with the attacker having level 30 heroes. I don't think I've ever seen a solid Town Hall 10 base 3-starred by an account with level 17 heroes, but I won't pass judgment. Let's just see what this attack is. And yeah, I don't know. The single Inferno is being distracted by that skeleton spell, which is kind of a nice usage of the Skelly spell. And most of the troops are going into the base. A few of the bowlers are walking. Poison on the CC, and yeah, unless these P.E.K.K.A.s just go crazy and take out like the entire core of the base, the Hogs are probably not going to make it through. And yeah, so I'm going to drop down the Hogs here. This one I don't think is going to really have any chance, unfortunately, of working out. Goes ahead and drops down that heal spell. The P.E.K.K.A.s actually, to their credit, still doing some pretty good work in the middle, and might even get a swing off on the Queen. No, they didn't. So the Queen is still alive. I'm afraid we're going to have to move past this one and kick him out, just because there doesn't seem to be any chance of this attack ever working. And I got to be fair to everyone else, but thanks for coming by, Jacob. And when you upgrade your heroes a little bit, you might have a bit of an easier time with the base. Immortal, keep moving along. Town Hall 9. Town Hall 9 to see if there's any Town Hall 10s in our near future. Okay, so we got Town Hall 10 somewhat in the future. As we get towards the last like 15 to 20 minutes, I tend to prioritize the Town Hall 10s. So just keep that in mind, and I might be rejecting certain people to allow more Town Hall 10s to apply. I'll make it clear at what point I'm going to stop accepting Town Hall 9s and mainly focus on Town Hall 10s. Okay, so let's go on to Immortal here. He is a Town Hall 9. This guy is a Town Hall 10. Okay, cool. Just for future reference in case we get to him. And we will post the base and see if he can do anything with it. Interested to see what army comp he has cooked up here. Looks like pretty standard Queen Walk, Kill Squad based hog attack. We'll see where he starts the queen off at. We've seen a few different Queen Walks on this base. I don't think many of them have been successful, just a handful. I know one of the attackers, if not both, used a Queen Walk that are on the board there with the 3 stars. So he's starting the queen off, as many actually have before him, at the 3 o'clock side of the base. And this is going to be a very short Queen Walk, but I like it. He gets the cannon, he gets the defensive queen, and the Kill Squad will, if these wall breakers, actually no, he's not using the wall breakers, using the jump spell. He does have wall breakers though. This is kind of weird. I don't think wall breakers take jump spells. That would be cool if they did though. Remind me to recommend that to Supercell. If you want to, instead of wall break the first layer of walls and then jump later, jump initially, then wall break like these walls or something. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know, maybe you guys don't think so. Just kind of my own idea that I had that came to me based on his army composition. So pretty good value with this Kill Squad. They'll go through the wall. He's still holding on to that king's ability, so I think he'll get the defensive king taken out, maybe. Actually, he might not be aggroed by the troops here, but he's getting very far through the base. Still has another rage. Actually has 18 hogs, which is a pretty solid number. The heal spell, he's going to have to use that, yeah, probably over the giant bomb there. So forced to use that heal early, which is kind of the way this base is intentionally set up. But with the king going all the way into the defensive king's compartment, and this one golem probably going to do some good tanking as well. I think this one might 3-star. There is another giant bomb up, so these hogs will get hit, but the healers have switched on to them, believe it or not, which I think might be the final straw. This base probably going to be 3-starred. Otherwise, it might have been a lot closer if these hogs had died, but with the healers on them, they just not going to happen. There is a giant bomb in here, but with full health hogs, it doesn't really matter. So assuming cleanup is there, which I think it mostly is, has a couple wizards working over on this side of the base here. Yeah, I think this one will 3-star pretty comfortably, so we can probably go ahead and add Immortal to the list. I might go for a few more Town Hall 9s, but soon we are going to prioritize the Town Hall 10s. In fact, I might even accept the Town Hall 10 next. I don't know. Let me check the requests and see where we're at. But before that, let's add Immortal to the list here. Go ahead and type it as it's shown on the screen here. Immortal with the 3-star. Alright, nice attack. Let's move on to the next attacker. We can go ahead and kick him out. Alright, sweet. So let's see where we're at with who's requested to join. We have a Town Hall 9, a Town Hall 10, I believe. This back to Town Hall 9, Town Hall 9, Town Hall 10. Okay. We will do one more Town Hall 9 for now, and then we will move on to Town Hall 10s. There already is a Town Hall 10 anyway, so this may be the last Town Hall 9. We may get one in a little bit later, but we will try to prioritize the Town Hall 10s after this attack. That being said, let's throw up the base for Daisy Boo. What level heroes does this person have? 30-30, so maxed out account. Especially knowing where the traps are, seeing the base attacked a few times, isn't that difficult typically, but this is a good base. I will give myself some credit. I think better than the first base. So let's go ahead and wait for Daisy Boo to attack. Looking for CC troops in a interesting time. Okay, I can probably go onto my other account and just gem a Lava Hound. Why not? I don't like to do it, but I'll go ahead and gem a Lava Hound. Only 9 gems, and we will donate it. It's only going to be level 3, not level 4, which I think is max. Yeah, level 4. But oh well. Let's see what Daisy Boo. I don't want to use a he or a she because who knows? I mean, any account, any person, I guess, could be either gender, but typically I assume it's a guy because that's what my Google Analytics tend to point towards when I look at my viewer demographics. So anyway, starting this one off with, this is a very common attack strategy. I'm not sure if it's this base or if people just like doing this in general on whatever the base is, but it's the Queen Charge Lalo with an emphasis on those cleanup minions. I think a lot of people call it the TDH, as I said earlier, and I think this is actually very similar to an attack that did not work. We'll see if it's a similar Suicide King over on the right side of the screen by where the Queen is, because that was a plan, and I think that was a pretty decent plan. Right here, I like not using the Rage. A level 30 Queen, able to deal with the King with the help of a minion. Dropping in a balloon, I think it's for a Seeking Air Mine that might be there. I'm not sure. I think that's why. We might have seen that in a previous attack. King goes down. This is actually we've seen quite a few Queen Charge type plans like this, and this one I don't think worked out, but I thought it was a decent plan and might have had potential. So let's see, with maxed out heroes, more Seeking Air, or more balloons going in, I think still hunting for Seeking Air Mines. I mean, they are shown in previous attacks and on Twitter, so I'm not sure the exact purpose. I kind of forget where the Seeking Air Mines are. Luckily, the Air Sweeper is kind of pushing these healers out of range of the air defense because they are otherwise getting hit. And quite a few of these healers are starting to get taken out here. So down to, I think, 3 healers. Fortunately, like, different healers got targeted each time when they came back in range. So that was kind of nice how that worked out. But this is very difficult wall break usage because these wall breakers are going to try to target the King Altar there instead of this next wall that we assume Daisy Boo once opened up. Is going to wall breaker over here, but I think the Wizard Tower might have something to say about all those wall breakers, and sure enough it does. We'll see. Lalo on the other side of the base. As we've seen, time is often an issue for this type of attack here, and down to under a minute. Needs to drop in all those cleanup minions, which boom, already done. So it's just about how quickly this base can be taken out. Gonna use the Queen's ability and maybe finally get this defensive Queen taken out, but a Skelly Trap out of nowhere pops, and all of a sudden it's unclear if this Queen will go down. She does. Queen is going down. Balloons are going down as well. Surprisingly, the Lava Hounds aren't tanking as well as would be ideal. The Queen should go through the wall and at least get these 2 storages in the next 20 seconds or so. These minions will start to get picked off by these Teslas, and I don't think it's going to be time. Yeah, it's going to be time once again here. Time seems to be the culprit. Wow, okay. Good plan. This is a difficult Queen Charge because it's so time intensive. The wall breaking is very difficult. I don't know. I think it's worth another shot, just to be fair. I've said close plans get 2 tries. We'll throw up the base one more time, see where it goes, and then we will probably go strictly Town Hall 10s. Depending on how it goes, we might be able to get 2 or 3 Town Hall 10s in. I know there's a lot of Town Hall 9s that would like to attack, but like I said, when we have 3 Town Hall 9s on the board and no Town Hall 10s, you can't blame me for trying to do Town Hall 10s. And seeing if we can get someone up there to join our lonely, I forget the name, but you'll see it on the previous Victor's slideshow there in the red. Yeah, there it is, Rasheen 770, I think. See if we can get someone to join him on the Town Hall 10s list, because the base maybe isn't even as tough as last week, in my opinion. So dropping down the queen and some healers on her. Looks like the same plan, just going to try to get the attack done quicker, which is pretty much all that's needed. The reason this is such an issue is because the queen is on the opposite side of the base, and if the Laloon portion is started before the queen gets taken out, she'll lock on to those balloons and lava hounds, and that might jeopardize the entire process. So king goes down. Once again, more balloons. There must be a Seeking Air Mine that I don't know about. I assume that's trying to soak up some of the Seeking Air Mines, maybe even to help take out the Teslas. I mean, it is doing that a little bit, but probably not necessary. So the king helping to create the funnel on that side, getting the partial CC lure. Those barbarians actually take out the archer tower, which was kind of cool. And at this point, we are just waiting for the queen to try to get into the base here. Has the wall breakers queued up, but I don't think they're going to target the right wall this time. Yep. Once that wall is opened up, but the queen might change. Yeah, okay, the queen's going to change. This is going to be a very weird attack. The thing is, the lava hounds can be dropped on these defenses directly, which will tank the archer queen. So it's not the end of the world that the archer queen is still up, actually. It's just kind of going to be a weird attack, because this air defense is going to go down, and this lava hound is going to literally stop right in the middle of the base here. Yeah, right there, it just stops, and just going to sit on that cannon. These minions might get in there to take out the queen, but they have to get through all these high HP buildings. This is going to be a weird attack for sure, but I'm glad we're here to watch it, because I'm interested to see how it's going to turn out. The queen fighting to stay alive. She is going to go down. This one actually might work out, believe it or not, just because of how things pathed. Cleanup. That lava hound was crucial popping, but even if it didn't, I think this one would have 3-starred. Daisy Boo, I can't do those like symbols that are on either side of the name, but some swag wall breakers, a swag balloon. Nice stuff. Looks like we'll have a solid 4 Town Hall 9s at least coming out of this stream. Daisy Boo. Nice attack, and let's see if we can get a Town Hall 10 in. I really want to see a Town Hall 10 take out this base. Go ahead and kick him out, and yep, thanks for coming by. Nice attack, and let's get a Town Hall 10. If you are applying, it's always helpful to say you're a Town Hall 10. It makes me easier to find you, but I think this level 40 heroes, Town Hall 10, Arton might be how you say it. Not sure with Ayrton. Not sure how the Y plays into all of that. There are a few. I think those are Chinese characters or Korean. I don't know. I don't know the Asian languages very well, but we'll go ahead and give him a minute to join, and I will post the Town Hall 10 base here. This is our second Town Hall 10 attacker, but the first one really didn't have the level of heroes that are needed to have a good chance of 3-starring. So let me get my base posted. Takes a little bit longer because it's on that other account. I think this is the right base. Yeah, that's the right one. And let's see, 40 heroes. What's the attack? It's the Falcon. I think that's what worked last time too. The only other successful Town Hall 10 attacker, which was in week 2 last week, used the Falcon as well. And I'm going to have an attack strategy coming out on it over the next few days sometime. So that'll be kind of cool how it's working out, because this is definitely a popular strategy, and I will be explaining kind of how you want to use it in that video. He's kind of queen charging very close to a single Inferno, which is a bit risky, but the queen might be able just to kind of stay out of range based on how the pathing will work out. I like how he neutralized the giant bomb between the archer tower and the Tesla there. Very good value. Already starting these bowlers over on the other side to start to create the funnel here. Balloon goes down. I think it's for that Seeking Air Mine. That's, yeah, right there's the Seeking Air Mine. So good usage of the balloon. Looks to be a skilled attacker. Unfortunately, that bowler's not going to create a great funnel on its own, so he's going to have to start to develop the other side more. But pretty clear what he's doing, and I think this is a very strong attack strategy for this base, especially with a very big core that if the Valks get inside, they can take out quickly. So at this point, he should try to get more of a funnel down, assuming the entry point is around here somewhere. It just depends on how he wants the Valks to go into the base. But the last thing you need is the Valks to go around the outside and to target all the trash over here. Funnel has to be good for this type of an attack, and I don't know, these Valks, until they're deep in the base, they can always leave at any time, so you got to be careful. The bowlers, in fact, are going to go around the outside, which is not a great thing, but the Valks are good to have in the middle, but often the bowlers are what's doing a lot of the work. So this one, I don't know, these Valks are dying somewhat quickly. The single Inferno can take them out surprisingly quickly. He does have quite a few back-end hogs here, and those might be able to save this attack. The Queen, I don't think so actually. The single Inferno is brutal, and what you notice with the Falcon, this is something I'm going to really emphasize in the Town Hall 10 Falcon video I'm going to be making, is that the bowlers are still a huge part of the attack. Even though the Valks seem to be the biggest focus, the bowlers are what's important, and the bowlers did not go inside the base. Like I said, yeah, we'll give another try. Wrong account. Like I said, the bowlers, they are dealing the damage, and they are reaching those defenses that the Valks can't otherwise reach. So let's repost this base, but the funnel was not great, and the fact that those bowlers walked made it difficult to kind of get these Infernos and some of the other things that would have been needed to finish off the base. So one more try. I think the funnel, if it can be improved on, this can work. I liked the opener. It was a great queen walk. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm hoping it can work. Yeah, right there, getting the bowler bounce onto the to those buildings there, and he should probably try to get the funnel created as soon as possible. Can probably already drop a wizard up here. It's just so important to get that funnel created on the other side of the base, because the queen does a great job on one side, but then you have to follow it up and funnel the other side of the base almost as well to make sure everything goes in. So right here, Inferno shouldn't be able to reach the queen at this point, which is great. That's something to keep in mind. Even if the Inferno is that close, oftentimes if there's no building to pull the queen close to it, she can kind of walk around it like you saw there. So nice identification. But once again, I think the funnel has to be created sooner, because if the bowlers don't go inside the base, it's going to be a big issue for this attack here. The Valks actually was somewhat lucky. They went inside with all these buildings over here. Dropping the bowlers at a better angle in the Valks as well, but I can just see these walking. The king might be used as a funnel here. I'm not sure if he forgot the funnel or if he intended to send the queen, or intended to send the king around anyway, but it looks like the bowlers are actually going into the base for the most part, which is good. They are very far behind the Valks. The queen looks like she will go in a weird path, but she might go into the core. It's just the Valks get taken out so quickly. Saving the heal spell for these 12 hogs for the back end. This is interesting though, because if his queen goes through, I have no idea why she's on this wall right here. I guess she's locked onto this Inferno or something. But if the queen can stay alive, this might be able to 3-star the base with the queen still up. These hogs probably will die to spring traps and stuff like that, but I think this one might 3-star. Time possibly an issue. Doesn't have any cleanup troops besides the heroes. These hogs are almost definitely going to die at some point, I'd say. Only like 2 of them left. But the queen's going to get these last few defenses. Right there, all those single bombs going off. Kind of funny. This one hog, though, still going to be alive. This one's going to be really close here. I think this one might 3-star. The hog's still alive. Is the giant bomb going to kill it? No, the giant bomb doesn't kill it. But probably doesn't matter anyway. Assuming there's no other buildings up and this is it, I think it's safe to say a 3-star. Finally, a second attacker. First one of this stream. I will put the, is it Roman character? I forget what we call our English, Spanish, French characters. I feel kind of stupid for forgetting. But I'll put the name here of the stuff I can type. Nice attack there to, I'll say, Arton. Go ahead and move on to our next Town Hall 10 attacker from Night War, okay? Shout out to your clan. Let's go ahead and kick... Oh, I left the clan. Okay, that wasn't good. I did not kick out. I left the clan. This is something I wasn't expecting to happen, but in all the excitement, I left the clan. I can accept myself. I'll just invite myself on the other account here. There we go. Get the invite in. That was kind of a weird thing for me to do. I kind of wasn't paying attention. Oh, I added it to the wrong side. Thanks for telling me. This is going to totally mess up the orientation of everything, but it's okay. How do we spell it? A-Y-R-T. Like that, and as I suspected, it kind of messed that up, but we can backspace a little, and it looks just perfect. Alright, nice. Okay, 10 minutes left. Let's try to get back to thinking straight and try to get some more Town Hall 10s in here. I can't accept anyone. I have to promote myself now. This was a huge issue. Don't kick myself. I almost kicked myself. Promote to Elder and promote to co-leader. Okay, now we're back to where we started. I'll just have to not leave the clan again. Let's see if we got any Town Hall 10s. If we don't, I can try to clear up some room if there's some Town Hall 10s still trying to join. But we are done with Town Hall 9s probably. And it might be all Town Hall 9s that are pending. Okay. His heroes are a little under level, but I'm not going to discriminate for that. We'll go ahead and accept Dark Rider into the clan here. And like I said, we are done with Town Hall 9s. Thanks to all the Town Hall 9s that came by, we had 4 of them successfully 3-star the base, and a few more that had some pretty good plans. We might get to one more Town Hall 10 after Dark Rider. Just depends on if he's still there and if we can get this going. So we will post the base like that and wait for the attack to go live here. But anyway, hope you guys are liking the stream. Still planning on doing the same time. It's just the time that works for me, and I kind of got to prioritize that. This one, Classic Witch Bowler, it's probably going to be either a 3-star or not. I don't think there's a whole lot of uncertainty as to like if the wall breakers work out. I mean, there are wall breakers, but there's less question marks. It's either straight up, is it going to work or not for this base, for this attack typically. So let's see how this one's going to go. The witches are being dropped. It's kind of a weird entry. Typically you enter on like a side. He's entering more on a corner, which still can work to be fair, and I think that the deployment is pretty good. It's a little bit scrambled, but that's kind of how you want to do it, kind of everything at once. These witches are going to get smoked over on this side of the screen here. I think they are. Actually, maybe not. I don't know. Those witches actually aren't... One of them might survive, or not. The bowler's going through, the hero's going through. It'll depend if you can get both Infernos. Now, one jump was enough to access the core, which is very nice. The bowlers can't reach this Inferno, which is a bit of an issue. And the queen is not inside the base, unfortunately. Wizard Tower doing a little bit of work over on this the squad out there. Bowlers were able to get through the wall under that heal spell. So this is actually, I think, a decent plan. Takes a little bit of luck, of course, as does any Witch Bowler attack, especially when it's kind of everything at once. But we might even give a second try to this one. I don't think it's going to work out this time, but if more witches are able to stay alive, if the queen can kind of be more central and get this back end Inferno sooner, I could definitely see this plan working, which is cool because it's level 33, 36 heroes. And that's typically Town Hall 10, you see level 40 heroes, so hopefully he ends the attack soon so we can kind of move forward and don't have to wait another minute, 10 seconds. Go ahead and back out. Okay, nice. Ended the attack. Wrong account. I will repost the base and give him one more shot at this. We might get to one more Town Hall 10 in the last dying minutes. Looks like we have one right there, but I'm going to check and see if any have requested before then. Looks like 40 heroes, so we might be able to give this last guy a shot after this attack. But first, can this plan work? I think it would be difficult, but I could see the potential there, which is why we're going to give him a second shot. Once again, dropping these bowlers for the bowler bounces to help funnel. And the golem going down, the witches behind. The golem's going to work out nicely. It goes from the archer tower to the Tesla to the mortar, so it can kind of walk up and enter the base, whatever's left of it at least, with the kill squad. I mean, it gets pretty messed up with all these defenses on it. Wall breakers going down, just kind of putting everything in at once. That rage was very far out. I'd say way too far out, because as soon as they get in the base, they lose that rage effect. But at least you got the wall breakers in it. Heal spell down, poison on the CC troops. The bowler's sitting in the heal. That's great. Uses the king's ability. There goes the rage. Just depends how things path through the base here, but so far so good. The queen might be in a slightly better location than last time. The bowlers are moving all around here. It's tough to predict where they're going to go. He has lost quite a few of his witches, but he still has a few up at the top of the screen there. Same as last time, he's got these troops working on this one wall right here. Should get the single inferno taken out. So here's the deal. He's going to have... Looks like those witches are still alive, and assuming they can spawn skeletons fast enough, I don't know, they can't. One of those witches got picked off. I thought that might have had a shot if the witches could stay alive, because... well, even then, there are mortars, wizard towers, yeah. Not going to work out. A nice try. Let's see if there's any other Town Hall 10s, any Town Hall 10s pending besides this one down here. We already saw him. I think we saw this guy. Chief Ethan, I think is Town Hall 9. Camps. Oh, a Town Hall 10, Camps. He's going to steal it. Apologies to Boris, the B-cast, maybe next week. Very close, but if you are a Town Hall 10 and you do apply at some point, typically you will get prioritized towards the end. But in the dying minutes, we have 3.5 minutes left. Might get 1, maybe even 2 attacks, and let's try to get this as soon as possible. He also has the level 40/40 heroes. Base is down. Let's see if he can get it and go up there with Arton as one of the top attackers. One sec. Alright, don't take too long. Hopefully he has all his troops and his heroes and everything. Okay, let's just curious what army comp he has. Now this is cool. Queen walk hog, and I assume he's going to try to charge the queen into the base here. Okay, I guess I will train CC troops. We're this far into it already. I should really train these ahead of time so I don't have to gem them, but whatever. I can only donate 5 because of... I guess I'll have to give him 2 of the hogs on this account. So he has a very interesting mixture of hogs that are not maxed out, but that's kind of how it works if you're joining without CC troops. Alright, so let's see how this one's going to go. I think this is something I was actually thinking people would do when I was building the base, is try to queen charge or queen walk and get this queen taken out because she's exposed, and if a queen comes around the outside, that can definitely work out. And I think this is a solid plan. Going to stay away from both infernos, and there are, you know, a few expos in the area, so the rages are going to have to be used at various points, probably now. Yeah, there's the rage. But I could see this working for sure. Going to go and get both expos, and Wall Breaker's very successful here. As long as he takes care of his queen, only 4 healers, not 5, keep in mind. Actually, those Wall Breakers might even hurt him, because I don't think he wants the queen to go down here. Now, he does get a Skelly Trap bonus, and right there has to use the ability. That's tough. I thought he might end the attack. I wasn't sure. We'll see here, because King still has the ability. The defensive queen engaging here. Unfortunately, he's not going to get through the wall, probably. But in the meantime, the queen can sneak up and take out some of these defenses. More wall breakers, just kind of spamming them over the base here, but solid charge thus far. Still has almost 2 minutes left up, and the queen from here on out can get defenses and probably won't have that much point defense on her at any one time. Might be cannon archer tower, but won't be for that long, so the queen might be able to stay at the entire attack. coming in here with the hogs, going to have to heal them. Very strong plan. There is the defensive king, which is a huge issue, and he does have the non-maxed out CC hogs. Queen going down was tough. He tried to drop in a few hogs to take out the archer tower. Not going to work out here. This is a plan I really liked, though, and we'll give him one more try. We are like right at the end of our stream hour, but we can go ahead and throw it up on the screen and maybe almost end the stream as the attack is decided on the screen. You might get like a last second fade away 3-star here or not. I will post the base on the correct account, hopefully not leave the clan like last time, and give him one more shot here. Alright, there is the base. It is posted. And can the queen charge hog attack beat this base? Roll credits. Okay, let's see how this one's going to work out. Last attack of the stream. While this one's going, it's probably going to be the same opener, so I will say thank you guys for tuning in. Go ahead and get all the outro stuff I need to said. These attackers you see on the screen, and possibly camps if he 3-stars the base in this last attack, will be added to the previous victors slideshow, which goes in the countdown screen and on the bottom right side of the screen that you see there. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. That's where I post the bases a few hours each Tuesday before we go live, like a few hours before. And Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time is still the time. Town Hall 9s and 10s are still the Town Hall levels, unless you guys hear otherwise. And like I said, just be sure to request to join as soon as possible. Around 5:50 the clan will open up, and then at that point you can request to join. So try to be as early as you can if you want to be able to request to join. And yeah, that all being said, I think all there is to do is wait on this last attack here. Similar stuff. If he can keep his queen alive, this one might be able to work. He was able to save a rage that otherwise would have been used. Right here, he's dropping in the hogs on the other side of the base. That's interesting. Not necessarily the best thing, because although the queen will stay alive, these defenses that otherwise would have gotten taken out by the queen, now the hogs have to take out in addition to everything else. So it's more work for the hogs. He does have a rage which he can use on the hogs. Maybe right here over these buildings, that'd be a great place for a rage. And the poison, get those spells down. Is he going to get them down? The rage won't help the queen at this point, really. He needs these hogs to finish off the base. There's the poison, finally gets that down. The expo, not going to go down to those hogs, but it's locked onto the queen, which she can deal with it. The rage, I think, would have been much better earlier, but at least he gets it down now. These hogs might grab the Inferno, which is one of the major things he needs taken out. Not going to get it. Still has the queen's ability, though. 50 seconds. Time might be the only issue here. Has wizards going around, but I think time is going to get him. He should probably go ahead and use the ability right here. The single Inferno is only at about half health. It can't really hurt the queen, but I guess we'll go ahead and just use it right here. Let's see, she's on the wall now. Yeah, that's too bad. Time's going to end this attack prematurely, probably at about 95% or so. So that's how we're gonna end it. There's a lot of people that have requested to join. I wish I could get more people in, but I am going to have to end the stream. I like to keep it strictly at 7, just because I have other things going on I have to do. So really appreciate everyone that came by, and I sincerely apologize if you tried to get in and weren't able to, but every week there's a new chance, and you can always request to join at around 5:50 p.m., even before 6 o'clock when we go live. The clan opens. So I will see you guys next week. Thank you to Harlem NYC. You also enjoy the rest of your evening, and yeah, videos coming out, and then a week from now the next stream. So that'll do it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bisect the Tron.